I promise I'll be brief. I know that's hard to believe from an attorney, but you have my word on it. I want to start by thanking Roger Hensel and the Racquetball Club for their hospitality, for allowing us to use this room up here. I want to thank Matt Keller and Ray Crabtree for the great music that we're hearing here tonight. I thank Patty, my wife, and Vicki Thompson, and Chris Smith, and Debbie Irwin for helping out with the food. And the reason that we're here tonight is because there's a judicial race, and I'm a candidate for Common Pleas Court, and I think it's time that we make a change at the courthouse. In Marion, we have two different Common Pleas courts, and as luck would have it this year in this election, we have two different races for Common Pleas judge. I want to make sure that everybody knows how that kind of divides up. Bill Finnegan is a Common Pleas judge, and he has his own race. That is not who I'm running against. The judge who is the incumbent that I'm running against is Bob Davidson, and the other candidate for that position is Jim Slagle. And what I want to do tonight is to tell you a little bit about why I'm different from those two people. And I'd start with telling you that it's my experience. Now, all three of us have a lot of experience. We've been practicing for a long time. But I think my experience is different because in the 26.5 years that I've been practicing, I've been here in Marion representing individuals and businesses with their problems every day. For 26.5 years, I've handled both civil and criminal cases as well as administrative law cases. All those are the kinds of cases that come before the Common Pleas Court. I've handled cases at every level of the state and federal court system, including 5 cases at the Ohio Supreme Court and 1 case at the United States Supreme Court. In addition to the legal experience, I think it's significant that I have run my own business, our law firm Collins & Lowther, for the past 10 years, located down on South Main Street in Marion, Ohio. I think that gives me a little different perspective, and my roots are perhaps in a little different ground than the other two candidates. I think the work ethic that's required for someone who runs a small business, the knowledge that we have 6 people that work for our office, that I am responsible for them getting paid. You know, that's a big responsibility, and dealing with that responsibility and the regulations that the government imposes on us, and just the everyday problems that you and I experience, I think that separates me from the other two candidates. The other way, and this is very important, way that I differ from the other two candidates is I am an independent candidate. I am not supported or affiliated with any party in this race, and that's a decision that I made when I decided to run for judge. And I made that decision knowing that it would make it more difficult. Certainly, if you're affiliated with one of the parties, you have assistance, financial assistance, organizational assistance, but I believe that it's really important for a judge to be independent. A judge is fundamentally different than a legislator or a governor or a mayor or a commissioner. We don't go in with an agenda, with a policy that we hope to enact. Our job is to be independent, to be impartial, and to be fair, to apply the law as it exists, not as we think it ought to be. So I made that decision. I'm not a bit sorry about that, but as a practical matter, it does make things a little more difficult. And I'll talk about what I hope we can do about that here before we wind up. The other way that I differ from the other two candidates is I'm not a politician. I've never run for political office before in my life. I have no aspirations to begin a political career at this point in my life. I'm an attorney who's practiced around Ohio for quite a while, and I've seen a lot of different judges. And I've seen good judges and I've seen bad judges. And I know we can do better. I know we need to do better, and I'm confident that I can do better. So as an independent candidate, I don't have that help from the parties, and that's why I'm asking you for your help. You can help me with your support, and that comes in a number of ways. The first and most important way is to vote. Vote on November 6th. So, and hopefully you vote for me. The second way is to talk. Talk to your friends, talk to your colleagues, to your family, to your coworkers, and let them know that this is an important race. I've read some studies that talk about how notoriously uninformed people are in judicial races. And let me tell you, and maybe some of you have had this experience, that judges can touch your life in a really up-close and personal way. Whether it's you, whether it's your family, or friends, it's a very important choice. So it's something that's important to talk about. The third way, and I'm just learning about this, is on the internet, particularly on Facebook. Like me, share me. So if you see events, if you see things that are going on, like me and share me. One additional way is signs. Again, just getting the word around. If you're interested in putting up yard signs, we've got a sign up here at the table. I would sincerely appreciate that. And the last way, and again it's important, unfortunately, is with financial support. That's part of getting the word around. So as a judicial candidate, I'm very limited on what I can do to ask for money, and I'm not allowed to handle money. But fortunately, I have a lot of friends and campaign committee people who are here to help out with that. So I would very much appreciate your support, and I think it's important that we change things, and I'm committed to doing that. I'm going to work very hard to do that. I thank you all for coming out here on such a nice evening, and I hope you enjoy the food and the music, and support me, please. Thanks a lot.